Hello everybody, and welcome to today's video where we're going to be going over how to set up launch control on your 2002 to 2007 WRX as long as you have the access port. In this video I'll be using the version 2. It works with the version 2 or version 3. I believe for the version 2 you actually have to go into the access tuner software and enable it on it. But mine already had it enabled, so I'll leave that paperwork down in the description if you need to enable that on yours. So basically, you want to turn your car on like you're normally going to use the access port, and then you'll pull up, it'll show monitor, and you want to go down to tune and go to adjustments, and you can adjust your idle, which I don't really mess with. I feel like the tune that I have on it does that pretty well. Timing, I would not touch that because I don't know how to tune or anything like that. So you go to adjust launch control and you can set your RPM here. So for me, well, I have it set at 4,500 because that's just the range where I think I make full boost at. So that's what you want to do when you set it. You want to find the range that you make full boost, and that's where you set up your launch control for. But as long as you're in the range where you make full boost, that's where you want your RPMs to be at, because whenever you are holding the launch control, you want your PSI to be maxed out and everything, so that way when you take off you're using the full advantage of your car. And whenever you are using the launch control, you want to make sure that, one, your car is warmed up. So you can see mine, the car's not on right now, so that's why all these lights are on, but mine is warmed up right now. I just drove to the park here, and this actually works live. So whenever you have the car, you can just apply it, and then that'll be your new launch control. Or you can go back in, let's say it was too high, I can go to 3,700, set it, and then it changes instantly. So if you ever need just to change something, you don't have to crawl under there and plug your wires back in or anything. It actually just does it once you hit OK, which is really nice. So yeah, it's really simple how you do it. V2 and V3 are the same, just version 2 has to go into the access tuner and change that. So then yeah, once you do that, you're all set up to go. So I'll show a little clip of what it actually sounds like whenever I have it set up. Okay, so now I'm ready to launch control. Let's say, I mean, there's grass there, but let's say I'm ready to do the launch control. So take it first gear. I'm under 5 miles an hour. My car is warmed up. So since I set it to 4,500, I'm just gonna, okay, I'm gonna put my e-brake on just because, but you'd usually have it off. So I have it set to 4,500, so it's gonna hold me at 4,500 right here. So clutch in, gas, and so you can put your foot the whole way to the floor, and it'll just hold you there. So as you could probably see in that clip that I showed, my boost was not at the max that it usually is at if I'm just like driving the car. So I need to adjust that for what range it would make max boost, because I think I was only making like half of my peak boost. So I need to adjust my RPM range then to find out where that max is in my curve, so that way whenever I'm launching, I'm getting my max boost right off the launch. So if you're also having that problem, readjust your RPM that you're at and see if your boost goes higher, then you're going in the right direction, and wherever it's the max, then you should just leave it in there. Yeah, it's actually really easy to set up, and it's just a couple menus that you have to go into. A couple of things I would say though is that make sure that you learn where your clutch needs to be as you take off, because it's very important that you, one, don't let out too quickly, because if you let out too quickly, then you're going to just shock your drivetrain, your transmission and everything. We all know that these 5 speeds don't hold up too well, but of course you can use it on the 6 speeds as well. But you want to make sure that your clutch control is good on it, and it does take a learning curve, just a little bit to learn how to actually do it, because the first time you might hold the clutch in too long and you're burning out your clutch, which isn't good, or you might let it out too quickly and the car starts juddering all over. So it definitely takes a little bit to learn where the right spot is that you need to let go for you to do the launch control perfectly. But but with a little bit of practice, you can for sure get it down and make sure that you're launching the right time and launching at the right time every time. So just be careful with it. Make sure your car is warmed up. You don't want your engine to explode, and make sure you're practicing your clutch with that. You don't want to burn through your clutch or destroy your drivetrain. So those are just 2 tips that I would give when using the launch control. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope helped someone out with setting up their launch control, and be careful with it, and make sure that it is a racing thing, but make sure that you're being good to your cars and you're not blowing them up. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.